Hey, y'all. This is Nicolette, and you're listening to Definitely Not For Everyone. This series of episodes I'm doing is to spotlight, big up, and showcase, and also thank you to my favorite TikTokers for you and I to hear about their origins and how they came to do the things they do, and for us as a community to support in any way we can and to also benefit from what they're offering us. Today's spotlight is with Chinhee and Sunhee Park. Please say hello to the audience, ladies.
Hi.
So before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you to the both of you. When this pandemic began, it was fucking hella depressing and shit, y'all. But then, funny enough, I discovered fucking TikTok and it was awesome. And then TikTok all of a sudden came on my page and y'all were on it to say, hey, I think y'all are gonna like these chicks. And I swear to God, I totally did. I was like, damn. Y'all are fucking amazing. I mean, I watched all of your posts and I was like totally fanning on it, which, you know, we talked about that earlier, but I was really completely a fan. And like I was telling you earlier, I wish I was Gaysian like you had done in your previous post because Chinhee, you be having me hot sometimes, girl, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
So, all right. So thank you both for making my life and my daily a happy moment. Yes. Because it's definitely not for everyone.
Damn.
All right. So before we get into some deeper things, can you tell the audience what it is you do?
So we are world-renowned spiritual healers, psychics, and mediums.
Yes, my people. Amazing.
To be specific, we're number 1 in the US and number 3 in the world.
Yo, when I heard that, I was like, I didn't even know what to say because I had written you guys before I knew about the number 1 spot thing. And then after I wrote you and I found out about the number 1 spot thing, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, they're totally out of my league. They're never going to say yes. But then, you know, you guys graced me with a yes email and I was feeling so blessed about it. So thank you again.
It's all about energies and we felt good energy. I felt good energies from you when I got your email. So I was like, yeah, sure. Like I would definitely.
Yay. All right. So let's get it in. So can you guys tell me like, I know a little bit about your beginnings because I've been watching you on TikTok and stuff like that. But like, can you tell me a little bit more like, where were you born? How did you grow up? Who were your parents? What were they like? Like, how did they form you as the people that you are right now?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready for all this? I don't know.
That's gonna be like an hour.
Are you really ready for all that?
It's not like a short story. It's not a paragraph. It's like shit.
We got like we got 2 hours. We got 2 hours because it's gonna be a biggie. All right.
No, y'all got a live at 9.
Yeah, so we were born in Seoul, Korea, and we were
in a foster home.
We were put up in a foster home
because we weren't boys.
Yeah.
We were put up for adoption. Yeah. And sorry, a little mad about you, Korean culture. But no, actually, I'm not mad because we actually we wouldn't be in America, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
So the foster home caught on fire, and we're pretty sure we had a brother that died in that fire. And
we were hanging out with a little boy there that we felt like we loved him and hugged him, and
he was our brother.
It. Yeah.
And so
you got caught in the fire.
I got caught in the fire, and then next thing we know, we're headed to New York at 2 years old, because our parents that adopted us, came. They wanted us, and they actually wanted 1 boy, and they got 2 girls.
Wow.
So that was funny.
That's another boy issue.
Yes.
So it all started. We were adopted by Irish and Italian parents, and it was very strict Catholic, not very open-minded spiritually, very religious.
Like if you don't be good, you're going to be thrown into private school. No, what Catholic school? We're like, oh God, no.
We're like, oh, our cousin went to
Yeah.
Catholic school. I don't know if she came out any better.
I went to Catholic school and I did not come out any better. And I avoid church like the fucking plague,
It
okay?
ain't going to change you. It's just going to make you worse, I think.
Man, she was partying more than us. I mean, for real. She was bad. Yeah, so
God, why don't you out, Krista?
basically, to put it bluntly, we had nothing but abuse in that home.
Yeah, we were raised with
Our mother was a very emotional, verbal, mental abuser, and then our father was the sexual abuser. He was a pedophile, and
closet alky.
between the two of them, I mean, with that, they were all we knew, so we loved them anyway. And
Yeah, but we were still like, why the fuck did you adopt us?
yeah,
Like if you were gonna do this to, like, we just felt weird. Like it wasn't normal. We knew it wasn't normal even at 2.
So we pretty much are all we were all we had, and we stuck together, and we ended up leaving the house around 17, and when we met each other after college, and then we got into drugs, did drugs for 10 years. I mean, I keep it real, because I'm not ashamed of anything in my life, because of the fact that I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for all that shit.
Yeah.
So,
But the thing is, we did drugs not just to numb our pain, but we also were avoiding the fact that we were psychic.
Oh.
We didn't want to admit that we were freaks, okay? Because it was normal, because the way we were raised was, hey, don't lie, cheat, and do drugs. So it's like we couldn't share that part of us with anyone. So we always held it inside, you know?
Right.
and we actually had gifts. Our gifts were coming out even at 5 years old. I was seeing my grandpa's spirit. I was seeing spirits and talking to them, and she was definitely, her gifts were coming out. She was able to find money and feel people physically. They were coming out, but because being raised in that environment, we stuffed our gifts, and then by the time we got to about 20s, 26 or so, that's when they came out full force.
Wow.
In fact,
I just opened up a business and said, you're going to work. And I actually tested her in the beginning. I was like, I came back from a club and I had a flyer and I was like, yo, who gave me this flyer? She was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what person gave me this flyer? She goes, a blonde haired girl. And I go, I fucking knew you were psychic. I go, you're dead on. A blonde haired girl gave me this flyer.
Wow.
She didn't know.
Then after that, it was like, boom. We just started doing readings for free. Everyone was knocking on our door because she was doing physical healing sessions, and I was healing every single depressed and anxious and bipolar person. So it was like, those were our niches.
We
Like,
had no choice. It was our calling.
I was emotional and she was physical. So
Wow. And so what age did that all begin for you guys?
26
or so. Yeah, we started doing them free for everyone. We just started doing all these sessions.
No, people would knock on our door at like 2 a.m. Hey, my back is killing me. Can you do a healing session? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And they would drop me off like fur coat or some shit like just to give me. And then that whole night I would feel their pain. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. Like they would be lined up at our door to get healings, and my stomach hurts.
Yeah, it was crazy.
My head hurts.
Started
and I'm
getting
like,
crazy.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So I have a question then in regards to that. Like, so was there a point where you realized that you were taking on some of their stuff?
Of course, I was turned into a hypochondriac. I thought I was sick. I didn't want to go to the hospital to be around sick people. Like, yeah, it got to a point where I was like, oh my God, I feel like a freak.
And I was taking on people's emotions, and even developed severe anxiety, depression, and agoraphobia because I was like taking on everyone's depression and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to shield or anything. We didn't even know what no one taught us anything, you know?
I think it was double harder for us to be able to shield because of the issues that we were healing from.
Yeah.
So like when we're doing readings for sexually abused people, we'd be like back to the past or trigger.
Yeah.
And then we're like angry. And it's like we couldn't do readings like back to back because we'd be millionaires by now. But we couldn't because we needed to take breaks to heal. And in order to shield properly, you have to heal from your issues.
Right.
If not, it's all about energy. You're going to always attract someone who was sexually abused if that's your issue.
Right.
Physically abused. Like all of a sudden you're meeting I think I met 9 girls that were molested in one day. And I'm like, wow.
Wow.
Like, it was like, you got molested too? Like, why are you even telling me this? There's strangers telling me they got molested. And I was like, okay, thanks for the TMI, but thank you. Like, I didn't want to deal with the shit at that time, but I was getting all these women that were like making me heal them. And I'm like, wow. Then I'd hear your conversations with suicidal and depressed women and bipolar. And I'm like, what the hell? This is psychic readings? Like, what the hell? I feel like a fucking therapist. This is not a psychic reading. Like $5 tarot card reading, you're going to travel and you're going to be rich in 2 years. That's bullshit. What we do is not normal.
It's not.
We do like deep fucking like,
we're not telling people they're going to win the lotto or travel. We're like getting into the root of their issues that are
like you're possessed, and we're doing like exorcisms or something. It's not normal. Like, we're not normal psychic healers.
Yeah, that's what I realized when I was watching a lot of your posts and stuff like that. I was like, this is not what people would normally think of as psychic healing. You know, it's like you see the movies and you go to the corner of by a bodega and somebody's like, oh, let me look into a crystal ball. I'll tell you if you're going to win $1 million next week. You know what I mean?
Or some airy fairy thing, your house in the 5th sign of the Aquarius.
Right.
Whatever, dude. What?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
We talk so real, like we don't even talk like that. Like, we don't even know what that shit means.
Right.
It's not shit. I'm sorry. I don't mean to insult people who talk like that, but it's so not us. Like, we're at a whole nother level.
Yeah.
It's so like people are scared to come to us.
Yeah, right. Well, I have to say that I was nervous to talk to you guys. And the thing is that I was like, I'm not asking for anything, just for you to tell me your story, right? I'm not asking for myself.
Right.
But I was still like, oh shit, like, are they gonna feel something? I don't know if I want to know. So I took a shower. I brushed my teeth for y'all.
That ain't gonna help. Like, that's not gonna do
that
nothing.
Shit ain't gonna do nothing.
You might as well come in looking like Pigpen. We still gotta pick up shit.
Yeah, totally, dude.
It don't matter if you're covered in dirt. We're gonna still pick up stuff.
Or doesn't matter.
So what kind of life are y'all living now? Are y'all partnered?
Good life.
Do you have kids?
Finally, we're living the good life. I mean, it's like it took us a long time, but we just turned 50. And
happy birthday.
Like, thank you.
We're not stressing about money. We're not like we're trying to like get to a happy medium, but because of the pandemic, we were completely slammed. And then TikTok blowing us up, and it was like nonstop thousands of readings. Like, it was insane. It was crazy. I think it's fucked up our server. There were so many emails coming in.
It fucked up our emails.
Yeah, it was crazy.
People are like, you're ignoring me. I'm like, what? I didn't even get your email. Oh, Jesus. It was the energies. Like, they fucked up our server so bad. We missed like thousands of emails, and they weren't getting our responses. We look like frauds, but I apologized to everyone. And I was like, no.
There would be people who were paying without even talking to us yet. didn't even set up an appointment, so money was coming into our account like
we had no clue who paid what. We were like, what the fuck, man? I had to hire like 2 assistants, a social media person. The social media person's like, I can't handle this. We're like, really?
There was like 10,000 emails, and then in each of our social media accounts, there's like 5,000 messages.
It was like, what the fuck?
It was insane. It just blew up.
So
one video, I was bored like you during quarantine. I thought, let me get on TikTok.
You know what I said to you? I'm not going on TikTok, and I knew it.
No, she was like, why are you going on TikTok? I go, it just looks cool. So I just got on one video. I made this stupid video where I look like shit, and then I cleaned up. You know, one of those videos where you look like all crappy, and then you clean up. And then this one woman writes a comment under my video, and of course her grandma that passed away comes through and connects with me, and I had to give her messages. And then as soon as I gave her messages, she made this video of talking about her reading with her.
It was too good, the testimonial.
And then next thing you know, there's like a million views on that, and like so many people just like wanted a reading, and I was just floored.
I don't even want to go to my emails still. It's like 6 months later, I go into my emails.
It's scary.
I'm like scared, like, mommy.
Oh my God. So then how did you get my email? That's crazy.
Why I told you I'm really surprised I got it, because I can barely even get into my
our assistant will forward
TikTok
emails.
messages. Like all of a sudden I just opened my messages, because I send videos to myself, so I'll I have them in the messages, but then I started to look at some of the messages in TikTok, and I just clicked on yours and opened it.
We go to specific messages that we feel people need us.
Okay.
It's not racism or favoritism. It's that we just go to them.
Yeah, we just gravitate to people that need us. But yeah, we were meant to do your podcast basically, because I even told you, I was like, I'm surprised I even got your message.
Yeah, totally. So, I mean, it's not like you guys have a choice, but why do you do what you do? Like, what's your goal? What is like,
we love
what do you hope to,
we just love helping people.
Everybody needs to know how to shield. Everybody needs to know what the root of their problem is, so they don't keep continuing to make the same mistakes. Everyone deserves love, and they deserve to move forward. And bottom line is, if you have no support, no love, you're not really going to heal unless you're a superwoman. You know, it's like, people need love, and we feel that our readings, the way we give readings, that we love people and they feel like they're talking to their best friend. That's not normal. Like they heal, like, as opposed to 20 years of therapy.
Yeah.
So it's like, we can't stop doing it. It's like, the world needs healing, especially after schmuck Trump and sorry Trumpsters, and after COVID, and after
Black Lives Matter,
like ISIS and Black Lives Matter, like everything is just so effed up now that we are in demand now, and the good ones are going to be sprouting out. We'll train them, and then the bad ones and the frauds and the negative and narcissists will be pushed out. So it's our mission. Like, we have a mission to do something to help the masses. We're up for a TV show. We got asked to write a book about our lives. I mean, it's happening to the point now where it's like, shit, I want to do nothing now. Like, I just want to look down and be like, oh, but I can't. Like, I'm just like, dang, it's moving so fast that we have no choices. Right, you're right. But like, we can't sit back and do nothing and lay in bed and be like, oh, like drinking a Mai Tai, non-alcoholic, and freaking sitting there doing nothing. Like, there's no way we could just watch the world go by and be like, oh, look at all these suicidal people. Look at all these people with cancer. Oh, look, I'm going to go sip my drink on the beach and be like, see ya, suckers. We can't do that.
We can't even go to the grocery store without giving a message to some stranger. because we feel them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nonstop. I think we're even doing readings while we're sleeping, honestly.
Like,
Oh shit.
we're helping people how to shield because it might be saving their life.
So can you explain to me what shielding is?
So if you're talking to someone who's suicidal and you're an empath, you're going to pick up on their thoughts all day, all night. And if you talk to them every day, 2 times a day, or for hours, or just staying connected through text or whatever, you start getting those thoughts, you may act on them.
That's empathy.
That's
Empathy is
empathy.
very potent, and people don't even realize it.
They think
Half
they're in
the
a
people-
depression when they're
Half
not.
the people that have committed suicide were probably picking up empathy on someone else
That
that
they were
was thinking
helping.
about it.
That they were helping.
Yeah, because they're taking on this person's depression and anxiety and suicidal thoughts. They're literally becoming it, and then they think it's their own, and then they end up doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like such a high level of that, but it's more like I think everybody feels it. Like when you're in the presence of someone who is sad or excited or happy or whatever emotion that they might be feeling, and let's say that they're containing it, they're not telling anybody, you know, you definitely feel that from them, right? Like that's yeah.
Well, that's what we teach people is how to recognize what you're receiving, whether it be physical, like your stomach might hurt, you might get a headache, you might get anxiety, or you just start feeling tired. There's like 4 symptoms that are common of empaths. And so some people are more physical, some people are more emotional. They get into a zone or they start feeling tired and they get anxiety, they don't want to go out. It's like that's a sign you're getting drained by someone. So instead of saying that you're bipolar or getting on meds, why don't you see what assholes you're around?
Boom. That's right.
That are sucking your energy because they love your good energy. Well, that's what we teach people. You have to like shield from that. And the only way to shield too, to help your shielding, is to unplug and disconnect.
And take care of yourself.
Can't keep talking to the person, even if it's family. Family almost are the worst.
They are the worst. I completely agree. Yeah,
I want to take.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, me and my dad, we are not good for one another, and I was really hard to let go of the relationship because, you know, they're your dad. For some reason, you think that you're supposed to be connected to them in some way. You're supposed to talk to them. You're supposed to do all of that. Blood is thick. That's bullshit. I'm not with that whole. So we don't talk at all, and I'm so much happier for it. Like for real, for real.
Yeah, that's good.
He feels like he's a narcissist.
Yes.
Yeah, that's sad.
I think he is. Yeah, I do think he is. And then also, in regards to your point, Sunhee, I'm a massage therapist. And at school, that's one of the things they taught us is like, if you're about to touch somebody, you're about to work on somebody, like you need to shield yourself. But they never really taught us like how to do that. You know, they talk about, oh, imagine a bubble, put yourself in the bubble, zip it up to the top, you know, like that.
Yeah, that don't work.
I think that's like some airy fairy shit again.
Right.
Because it doesn't help. Like when you're in that mode, you don't, oh, let me think of a bubble, or you're not thinking like that. You're not in that mode to do stuff like that. I don't know.
I'm not.
It doesn't work for me.
Yeah. And then also a part of me also wants to be connected to them in that way too. You know what I mean? So I could help them in whatever way I can. But anyway, so.
Well, you have to understand that you already are kind of healing them without even consciously doing it.
You basically have to take the energy in, and it kind of, you're the conduit, and you just have to either rest and recuperate, and the energy will come out of you naturally. Or if you want to do it faster, you have to eat something, or you have to recognize if you're triggered. If it's staying on you, then they're triggering you about something. So you kind of have to do mental work or detective work. Like, what is it that triggered me about him? Oh, he's like my freaking dad, the narc. You know, it's like, then what happens is you're taking off that feeling, you're verbalizing it, the toxins coming out of your body, and it's going back onto the right person.
Got it.
So you have to keep expressing and verbalizing and releasing the negative toxin. It's like poison in your mind and your soul. It's like you're
Right.
cleaning, doing a cleanse. So I think that would work more so than just saying, ooh, get some sage and do a bubble around you. Bubble this, man. It doesn't work. I'll give you a bubble to pop.
So that is all the questions I have for you guys. Have I forgotten to ask anything? Anything you want people to know?
I mean, we're both single.
Hey, yeah, we're single. Woo!
Yes, and they are hot. Hotness incarnate, let me say. Both of y'all. Top
Thank
and
you.
bottom. I love
You're-
y'all both.
Shut up. You're beautiful too.
All right. So I just wanted to say thank you again for doing this
No
with me.
problem.
I so appreciate you guys. You guys are fucking amazing.
Thank you
you.
so much.
Listeners, please listen. I love you guys. And I should stop the recording, right? How do I stop the recording? There we go.